Computer chip shortages, port congestion and lack of truck drivers. The world's supply chains are under extreme stress now. The US government has stepped up efforts now to resolve the issue, which are threatening to disrupt the coming Christmas holiday season and slow down the post-pandemic economic recovery. President Biden's administration has made decision in a bid to push supply chains to operate faster. The port of LA will now operate 24 hours for 7 days a week. Administration hopes this will relieve supply chain bottlenecks. The LA port will join Port of Long Beach in stepping up round-the-clock operations to speedily address a backlog of products. That includes over 500,000 containers of cargo ships waiting to be offloaded at two ports, which account for 40% of all shipping containers entering the US.
Today we have some good news. They're going to help speed up the delivery of goods all across America. After weeks of negotiation and working with my team and with the major union retailers and freight movers, the Port of Los Angeles announced today that it's going to begin operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This follows the Port of Long Beach's commitment to 24/7 that it announced just weeks ago. 24/7 system, what most of the leading countries in the world already operate on now, except us, until now. This is the first key step toward moving our entire freight, transportation, and logistical supply chain nationwide to a 24/7 system.
The White House also said it has won commitments from companies including Walmart, FedEx and UPS to work extended hours and move towards a 24-hour-a-day schedule in some operations. Walmart, nation's largest retailer, has committed to a 50% increase in moving goods during off-peak hours. The supply crisis is driven in part by global COVID-19 pandemic as sales of durable goods jumped amid worker shortages and transportation hub slowdowns. Strict border controls and mobility restrictions also hampered transport sector, with teams stuck at borders for months on end. The unavailability of a global vaccine pass also hindered movement of such teams. The supply chain nightmare is increasing prices for consumers and slowing the global economic recovery. Lower than expected Christmas sales could hurt US companies and pose a political risk for Biden as he grapples with the pandemic and inflation together. As Biden administration scrambles to relieve global supply bottlenecks, choking US ports, highways and railways, Americans might have to face higher prices and empty shelves this Christmas. And WION correspondent Kate Fisher sent us this report from Washington, D.C. Listen her.
So the bottlenecks in the supply chain here in the US are coming into sharp focus as we head towards the Christmas shopping season here. There are shortages of goods and there are problems in supplying those goods, getting them from the manufacturers into the homes of the American people who want to buy them. And it means that the cost of items is also going up because of that scarcity. So there has been a meeting at the White House between retailers, people who manage ports and shippers, because a lot of this is down to the fact that simply big container ships can't access ports to unload their cargo. So this meeting at the White House was to discuss how things could be improved there. The results being that the Port of Los Angeles is now going to be open and operating 24/7. It joins the Port of Long Beach, which has also gone to those hours a couple of weeks ago. The hope is that when these ports are open all day, every day, then they will be able to process more of these goods. They've also negotiated with some of the biggest shippers in the US, UPS, FedEx and Walmart, to increase the hours that their workers are doing as well. The problem for the Biden administration is that it's not great for voters if they can't do their Christmas shopping. Also, all of this is causing a spike in inflation, and that is having an effect on Joe Biden's poll numbers, and they want to reverse that. as much as possible. It has been levelled at the Biden administration that perhaps the demand for goods has gone up because of that generous payment that they gave out in March to help those suffering in the pandemic. The Biden administration says that is not the case, and this is a problem that is affecting the entire world. There is a global supply chain issue and global supply chain disruption. They say the big issue will be that if this moves from just being a problem for Christmas gifts to actually things like diapers and pharmaceuticals and things that people rely on to keep themselves healthy. The tip from Pete Buttigieg, who is the transport secretary here, is the best thing to do for Americans is to start Christmas shopping early.
WION now available in your country. Download the app and get all the news on the move.